All right, what's up, y'all, man? Let's get into this US30 breakdown. But before we get into the breakdown, I kind of want to show you my past week in trading, man. That way you could kind of get a idea of how I look at US30, The way I trade it, I'm pretty much a scalper. I look for the quick opportunity, get in, get out, and we go from there. But you already know, like Marv says, we got to identify the trend first, okay? So let's start off on a monthly. So this was my past week chart. All right. Remember, I'm just trying to explain to you how I look at US30. Okay. So as you can see right here, some of y'all might see it already. We got this inverted head and shoulders pattern going on right here. Okay. So that's the first thing I saw. All right. So, an inverted head and shoulders could mean that we're going to start a bullish trend. All right. And that's exactly what happened this past week. All right. So that's the first thing I noticed. So then I went down to the weekly, marked my trend lines on the leg down, okay? And that's pretty much what I've been trading, was this downward trend. But, real quick, you can see it also respected it on the weekly, and on the daily respected it all the way through as well. All right. So I identified, okay, we're on a leg down of a inverted head and shoulders. It can go bullish any minute, and that's exactly what happened last week. As you can see, it just flew. It hasn't stopped. Okay. Now let's go down to the 1 minute. All right, I trade the 1 minute. Like I said, I look at the 5 minute, but I trade on the 1 minute. I get my confirmations on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute. All right. So I just want to show y'all how I look at US30. So all my trades are pretty much okay. Once I identify the trend, I go pre-market and I mark my pre-market lows with a green dash line that you see right here. There's pre-market lows and pre-market highs with a red dash line. Okay. Now, as you can see, where we open right here. Okay, what I've noticed with US30 is that she likes to play within the pre-market high and pre-market low zone. So at some point during the day, she touches them. All right. So, especially in consolidation type of areas. All right. So being that we were on a bullish trend, I've noticed with a bullish trend, if she opens up close to pre-market highs already, she's going to test it a few times before she breaks above. And that's what I noticed this entire week. So you can see right here, I actually took sales for the most part on US30 this week. So I was hoping for it to come up. As you can see, multiple times she came up and tested pre-market highs. So we open right here. Okay. So I was going to wait for her to test the pre-market high and I would catch my sales. I was hoping for her to go back down to pre-market lows. All right. She didn't do that, but regardless. So you can see multiple times she was consolidating right here. I put my trend line. She broke below. I actually caught sales right here. Took my profits right here at the bounce. She kept bouncing off of this area. And then I waited for her to test pre-market high once again. All right. She did that once again. I took sales under my trend line and closed somewhere in this area. But as you can see, she eventually started going back up. This is a monthly zone. She played around there for a minute. She came back down to test pre-market highs. Okay. So right now it's a kind of a crucial area, but I wanted just to show y'all how I trade US30. It's all determined by pre-market lows and highs and trend. Okay. So just as an example, let's just say that pre-market low was actually right here. Okay. I would have waited for her to come back down, test pre-market low, and either buy, take buys from this point, or I would have took sales from here. That's as simple as it gets. Every morning I look at pre-market highs and pre-market lows. But start of a new week, let's go ahead and remove all this. Okay. Back to the monthly and identify what's going on. Let's see here. So you can see off rip, this area right here has had multiple rejections. See that? Wicked up, came back down, wicked up, down, broke below, tested it again, broke below, broke through, came up, and now we're back down in this area right here. We're actually at a real crucial zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that with a black line. So I mark all my monthlies with a black line right here. So, okay, you already see we're at a crucial zone right here. So I'm gonna be waiting to see what happens in the morning, if we're gonna break above this or break below. And as you can see right here too, we've had some action going. So I'm actually put an order block right here. I use these just to kind of remind me, hey, keep an eye on this area here as well. Okay, so you can see multiple times. So this is what I'm gonna be looking at. Okay, go ahead and mark a quick monthly right here, just because that's kind of the area you've seen we've tested a couple times. So we'll be looking at that. All right, look how close we are to this zone right here that is tested. So got to be real picky on the trades tomorrow. Let's go down to the weekly. Okay, right here, as you can see, multiple wicks to the upside. In this area, we got some wicks wicked off multiple times in this area as well. So for my weekly, I'm gonna go ahead and mark that with a red line right here. That's gonna identify my weekly. Weeklies is always in red for me. I'm looking at this zone, this area right here as well on the weekly. All right. Now you see that. Okay. And just real quick, from where we at to this down weekly, we got 400 pips to the downside, 300 something pips to this side. All right. Let's go down to the daily. Okay. You can see pretty much the same thing on the monthlies. Okay. We've been pretty much respecting the same zones all the way through. Like, look, boom, boom, broke above, tested. Now we're below, broke below, tested the monthly, broke below again, testing this monthly once again. Okay, so it's real crucial. It could go either way at this point. All right, and then let's just take a look at the 4 hour. We'll see where we're going with it. Once again, look where we at. All right, so what I'm looking for, you already know, is for it to break below. May at some point come and retest this and then break below and go towards this weekly zone right here. Same thing on the upside. Break above, maybe retest the monthly and go towards this weekly. We're kind of at a crucial zone right now, so you just got to keep your eye on it. But remember, the way that I trade it is all determined by pre-market highs and lows, all right? So if pre-market, if she opens bullish and is pretty much opening close to a pre-market high, I'm going to be bullish on the day. If she's opening somewhere in the middle, I'm going to see if she's opening in the middle between pre-market high and pre-market low, I'm going to wait the first few minutes to see which direction she chooses to go. And then that's where I'm going to make my decision. All right. Overall, I'm going to be bearish, but it doesn't matter what I think. She could do whatever the hell she wants. All right. So I'll see y'all in the morning too, man.